no, you thought, like, after everything that's happened in JoJo, oh no, guys, I know what to do after, like, you know, Yoshikage Kira is sort of disappearing for a while. Let's not though. Nah, his dad is like, I've got some stand users to go and grab up and all that. Oh, I've got some plans. It's like, this motherfucker. This motherfucker. Oh, I know. That kid looks like he's worthy of being part of the stand crew. Oh, what's his whole deal? John getting like fucking rock, paper, scissors. It's just the fucking silliest thing. And like, coming into where I was like, oh god, if only I could say that this is the most dumbest episode of JoJo, because like it generally can't be with like the next preview. And by I mean dumb, I mean it's still fun as hell and goofy, and it still gives Rohan like a really kind of cool moment. But it's like, boy oh boy, is this episode of JoJo still silly as fuck though. So let's just jump right into episode 26. So surprising enough, we didn't get the opening this week. I was really disappointed by that, because I was like, oh, like either A, they're gonna actually like not like they're gonna show the new opening, which would have been like really cool, or B, they're actually not gonna show the opening, what they don't do sometimes, where it's like, oh, we want a little bit of extra part of the episode in there, which I thought that they were gonna do, and I was like, oh, I was actually upset then when I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, I really wanted the new opening, but hey ho, we might get it next week and all that. I'm looking forward to it, especially with how even more dumber like with the coming up to the next parts of it. But let's just cut right into it. So the entirety of this episode is literally like what we can see is Kira's father actually like manipulates like by grabbing arrows. Like the arrows like, oh, who do you want to turn into a stand user? Oh, you want this little brat? Alright. And then like you see like immediately Rohan is like meets up with this kid, and he's like, what the fuck's up with this kid? Why is he following me around? Why does he want like rock paper scissors so much? Like going there. And then immediately you see like he's got this giant hole in his fucking cheek, which is super weird, and it goes all the way through his mouth, and it's like, Rohan's like, look, you know, fuck it, I ain't got time with it. He uses a stand on this kid who doesn't even know if he's a stand user or not. He's like, fuck it, Heaven's Door, right, let's have a look, see his name, don't give a fuck and all that, right, alright, doesn't know that he's a stand user, alright, like, he just wants to really play, like, rock, paper, scissors, alright, here we go. It's like, he's like, the taxi driver's like, you about done here yet? He's like, alright, just 2 seconds, mate, 2 seconds, alright, look, kid, play for one player, get one round of there, ready, rock, paper, scissors, alright, now one, fuck you, bye, bye. He just gets immediately into the taxi guy. Ah, fuck you, kid. And it's just like, no. And then fucking this little brat. Like, the entire episode is like, this kid just keeps bugging Rohan for it. It's like, no, let's play rock, paper, scissors, man. Let's play rock, paper, scissors. Like, you know. And he's like, dude, fuck off, RPS, kid. Fuck off. And I'm like, he's like, alright, there. Beat you again. Now fuck off my seat. Like, you can see how horrible a person that Rohan is, really. Even when he's like, oh, Josuke, Okuyasu, and like fucking Yukako, all that. And he's like, hey, let's chat, man. And he's like, oh, I hate everybody. I hate you. Okuyasu's a dumbass. Yukako, you're a scowling bitch. All you want is Koichi's dick. So fuck out of here. And he's like, no, fuck this. I want nothing to do with that. And then he's like, yeah, let's play rock, paper, scissors. And he's like, oh, I don't want to fight like the scissors with you, kid. Like, it's just like, go away. Let me, like, off my fucking chair. Get out of my drink. Fuck off. That's all I want. And it's just like, it's so fucking dumb. And he's like, alright, beat you. Fuck off. Again, like that. And then it just keeps going on. And then it's like, yeah, no, I'm winning now. Like, I got rock, paper, scissors and all that. And it's like, oh, this is how my stand works. I have to beat you in rock, paper, scissors. But if I beat you, though, I get your abilities. Which, if you think of it, it's like, if this kid could have gone somewhere with this power, or it's like, oh, I get everyone's stand power. I'll get Kira's, I'll get Josuke. And it's just like, you just honestly just need to rig these fucking matches. That's all you need to do. That's how Rohan won. That's how he's doing. He just used the baby. He read him from like the other side. And he was like, oh, by the way, if I use him and all that, I'll be able to I'll become lucky with this and all that. I'll have a bunch of luck. And it was like, yeah, like honestly, how he was even to turn it around. It's like, oh, my luck just changed, which makes no sense. It's like, luck just doesn't work like that apparently in the JoJo world. And it's like, the fact where it's like, hey, I don't feel like I'm like unlucky now. Where the kid like throws like a stone at some glass. It's like, let's have all this glass hit me and all that. It's just like every single shot just avoids him, and it's like, oh, but now Rohan's like, no, luck's on my side. And I like to point out that how they do rock, paper, scissors in the JoJo universe is that you see them fucking flying and like going around Super Saiyan style like that, like fucking Dragon Ball shit, and I'm like, you're playing rock, paper, scissors. Fuck me. Even Hunter x Hunter, where one of the main characters' whole attacks was like using like rock, paper, scissors sort of like techniques, and it's like, he didn't do that, he just charged up his fist and do attack. He went like skitzing around and like going around the whole thing, and it's like, this motherfucker, although I'm sure everyone loved this episode, like a part of the episode where it's like, alright, we'll play rock, paper, scissors again, although I'm gonna use rock, alright? Yeah, we're gonna use rock again. Alright, here we go. First comes rock, here you go, punch this the kid square in the jaw. It's like, fuck off. Leave me alone. And it's just like, you're a piece of shit and I hate you. It's like get over with this shit. And I'm just like, it's such a dumb episode. It is so funny, and I would say it's probably, if anything, it's like, it's one of the least, like, I say it like in the nicest way possible, it's probably the most pointless episode of Diamond's Unbreakable, because you could honestly generally watch this episode saying you generally don't need this, like, to like know anything with the main story. It honestly does feel like a filler episode for the most part. The most that you really do need to know on the story wise is that Kira's father is actually now using the arrow and making a bunch of stand users to distract the gang while he can go live on without his life and all that, and actually, you know, either kill them or just deal with it so his son doesn't have to like get out there and be stressed anymore, nor like anything worrying, which is that, you know, that's great, that's fantastic. I kind of like that little bit about it. It's like, you know, that's really interesting. But then it's like, overall, not like, you don't need to know anything about the kid itself. Like, that's like the only bit you could know about the episode, and that's all you needed to know pretty much for the most part and all that. But even still, if you want to see a dumb goofy adventure with Rohan, which I know a lot of people like him, then like there you go, you can have that. And honestly, just the way like how it ends and all that with the preview is saying like that guy is an alien. I can't even explain. Like I was like, no, next week's episode is the dumbest episode of JoJo, but this is close on there. Diamond Unbreakable is like this one's a dumb episode, but oh god, next week's episode, like the three kings of dumbness is literally the spaghetti episode, like this episode and next episode. I'm like, oh god, like how do I explain this to people? The only way I can explain it is by, you just gotta wait for next week's episode, guys. That's all I have to say. But that's all from me, so thank you much for watching as always. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What did you think of this episode? Of some, you know, a little bit of rock, paper, scissors. If you fancy playing, you know, like a little bit of rock, paper, scissors. But that's all from me, so I'll see you guys, though, in a bit.